John has not been seen in 3 weeks. He could be in Paris, Massachusetts, Bali. How the fuck should I know? Hello?
He's turned up in Mexico. Oh, and Dan has agreed to meet with me.
Doesn't it seem odd that someone who's supposedly doing good things has to run off to Mexico?
Yeah, it's a little weird John took off, but that's not a problem for me.
And why do you think John fled?
Not sure. A lot of people don't like him.
Yes, and why do you think that is?
So anyway, where do you want to be? I am starving.
Yeah, it's not entirely random that John turned up in Mexico. I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, but John owns a good deal of land in Mexico. I actually helped him negotiate that purchase back in 2009, I think. I mean, he's always talking about going to space. Like, we're going to space! We're going to space! So you talked about it incessantly there for a while, and I think the plan was to build a space station of sorts on that land. Like, less government oversight. I don't know. Now that John is out of the country, we feel safe returning to our homes.
Hello? Sam? Kiddos? John?
Daddy, 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 Daddy! Daddy, Daddy, Daddy!
Oh, I've missed you so much.
My brain hurt.
Yeah, he was definitely watching my plays. Look at that.
So the other day when I was looking for the bag of stuff that I was saving from the league, there's one thing in particular that I didn't tell you about that I think you might be interested in. You see, when I started having doubts and was thinking about leaving the league, I decided to secretly record John and I's conversations. But I had to do it in a way that he wouldn't see or find out. So check this out. This is my spy hat. Every time I hung out with John, that point forward, I was wearing this. And no one knows. There's a microphone in here.
Look, Casey, this is like the third time we've had one of these discussions.
How many times have you been out with Lee?
I know it's me talking a lot, but that's what they are. They're discussions.
I could listen to you all day, John.
You want to succeed
I think I've made it
in this league. You gotta take risks, right? If you want the pretzels.
Wait, there's pretzels
to do
here?
well, you know. And speaking of, I gotta set up a meeting with you and Dan about this Simpsons team name thing, right? You know what one is enough.
You're gonna have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
But you gotta be risky. You know, sometimes dangerously risky, right? You know, hey, see that? See that? You know, the dumpster
What?
over there?
Where?
It reeks, right?
Yeah, pretty smelly. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's pretty smelly.
I want you to climb in that dumpster
all the way in
and eat something from there, as much as you can. No, don't worry.
Calories.
No, it's not gonna count towards your calories, okay? Half-eaten hamburgers, cardboard with oil spilled out. Just go for it.
How do you know it's in the dumpster?
You gotta
John?
live dangerously sometimes, okay? That's what we're about here.
We are still a fantasy baseball league, right? Yeah, I think I failed that test, or whatever it was supposed to be. But I don't know what I was supposed to do. All I know is I've been to every restaurant in town and can't find oily cardboard like I ate that thing.
In a way, I loved John, but was also terrified of him.
I found an old file on my computer. It was actually the script that John wrote about this good guy, this mentor type who's running this corporation, and he realizes that there is a psychopath in the system trying to destroy everything. The whole punchline at the end is that the mentor guy, who everyone thought was a good guy, is actually the psychopath.
I was like, you fucker. You fuck. 10 years ago, you showed me exactly what you were going to do to me.
I was obedient to him. It was the best practical joke ever.
And I know he gets pleasure in this. I mean, I shouldn't give him this satisfaction, but I've been stabbed in the soul, and there's nothing that will make it better.
Casey, they've arrested John.
And Lane? What about Lane?
They're going to extradite him to Atlanta.
They are.
Paul, you sound simply dreadful. How are you?
How am I? Oh, not good. The antibiotics, sort of stopped working and actually turned against me, and made the infection into what the doctor referred to as a superorganism, which was really not great given the location of the infection, the shaft and anus portion of my swimsuit area. When this is all said and done, I'll be happy if I can extradite my penis out of my diaper and use the bathroom like a real man. But, glad they got John. That's good.
38-year-old John Fuller, a fantasy baseball league historian and leader of the Clwnkt cult, was arrested Wednesday morning in Oaxaca on a very broad and far-reaching litany of federal charges. The FBI executed a search warrant on his Avondale estate earlier today.
I knew you guys could do it. Now, are there any financial ramifications to this? Is there any money to be made here? Or could someone float me a loan real quick?
My son is a victim of this man. Of course he's going to maintain his innocence and claim it was all this Clwnkt having some sort of parasitic influence over him.
Law enforcement officials are seeking information on the whereabouts of Clwnkt League members Austin Johnson and Lane Roberts. Roberts resides in the Roswell area. However, officials have yet to learn many details on Johnson's location.
I got my son back, my sweet Danny boy. I'm meeting up with him again. It feels like we're finally getting our lives back.
Man, it's a hot one, like 7 inches from the midday sun. But I hear you whisper and the words melt everyone, but you stay so cool. My muñequita, my Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa, you're my reason for reason. The step in my groove. And if you said this life ain't good enough, I'll give my world to lift you up. I will change my life to better suit your mood. Yeah, 'cause you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of love I got you so smooth, child. Give me your heart like a rail, or else forget about it.
Oh, wow. Coming to you live from prison. I managed to acquire this old tape recorder. Lane, if you happen to get a copy of this, I'd like you to convert it into a podcast. That way I can spread the gospel of the one true clown from my cozy little cell here. Yes, I managed to acquire this contraption from a fellow inmate in exchange for some unspeakably heinous acts. Speaking of bad vibes, I want to talk about Dan. Dan, back-to-back champion, right? 2020, 2021. I've heard a lot of chatter about, the 2020 season wasn't just a fluke. Dan wins again in 2021, and it shows he's got the right stuff, right? That's what I'm hearing. I'd argue the exact opposite. I don't think Dan had anything to do with it, did he? The Clwnkt chooses for us, right? It's all on the hands or the paws, if you will, of the Clwnkt, the one true clown. The Clwnkt is a galactic essence. This is not about Dan, right? That's my point. Take it from me. Take it from me. The highest I've placed in this league is third place, okay? And I know a lot of you would say, okay, third place. But I tell you, many of you said it couldn't be done, right? Many of you said these teams are all horseshit. I say to you, I am ascending. I am ascending just as I will ascend above the ceiling and the fences of this prison, up into space, where I shall gaze upon the one true clown, and the one true clown shall gaze upon me. Yes? Right? That's our purpose. That's our true purpose in this league, in this organization. To go out, to go forth boldly and be with the one true clown, to meet the one true clown, to be absorbed by the one true clown. That's what we're here for, right?